Hey everybody, and welcome to my second game in the league top 8. This one against Matt. I think it's going to be pretty fun. It's Orc versus Vicky, so you know there's going to be a lot of dice. Always having a little bit of mic trouble right at the start. Nothing unusual there. Now we gotta figure out what the first 5. I like at least Winged Lioness was my main unit. I wanted to also run Turtle Guard for against his Shadow Spirits, and then obviously along with that, Magic Purity is pretty good. If we also end up running Frostbite as well, then we can get that up and running so that when we draw into more, we can reliably get more damage. And then Holy Knight as well for our big swinger. The Thunder number is 10. We're gaining 1 back from Purity and Bounty, so it's about fair enough, considering we're definitely going to be losing dice because this is Vicky. Planning on using the Mind Probes to get rid of Illusionary Cycles and Shadow Spirit Barracks, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what I decided to go for. So, not a bad roll, really, all things considering. He, on the other hand, got a pretty bad roll, which is especially rough as Vicky, because you don't want to med, because if you meditate away any of your illusionary cycles, you're in big trouble. So he decided to go ahead and go first. Drop the Turtle Guard book. We could do the same. Obviously at this point he has time to put a defense for whatever we throw out, so yeah, we're gonna put a turtle bouquet as well. Try not to reveal too much about what we're planning. Throws down Abundance. Pretty classic for Vicky. Get that Magic Purity online. First 5 Illusionary Cycle. So my idea with getting rid of his illusion dice is not really that I can block him out of the color. Obviously he just has too many and too much dice recursion. The idea is more that if he only has like the mask and the basic, he's going to have to meditate a lot more for those illusion power sides that he needs for Shadow Spirits or my dice or whatever. We get a pretty good draw as well from Abundance. Most likely we'll actually even be able to play these cards. He has some really bad luck too and meditates it away Illusionary Cycle right from the start. So we could put the Frostbite down if we still wanted to stall a little longer. Or we could start getting maybe a little more aggressive with the Lioness. Not really sure exactly what he's planning, especially with the Divine Power. If it was a Holy Knight, he would have meditated more, I would expect. And if it's a Sonic Swordsman, it would be the same story. It's possibly Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what he wants that for. So I'm going to go ahead and get the lioness, just sort of start a little bit of pressure on the board. He puts down the turtle. There goes the changing winds. Probably runs that in more different matchups than this one. So I'm going to use the hidden power. So trying to get the dice for Holy Knight as well as just keep hidden his illusion. Yeah, so that was clearly a pretty bad draw for him, 2 Nials. Not going to be great against all the elephants that I'm running. So the summon Shadow Spirit. So it looks like he's maybe got enough for a Holy Knight, the Shadow Spirit, and then maybe take one of our dice away. Could be. I'm just gonna keep stalling, I guess. Put out the turtle guard. Expecting to probably see a... Oh, yeah, we get one back from Magic Purity first, and then we can bounty. Hey, perfect Hammer Knight roll. So with this, we can actually put out the... We can do, depending on what he drains away, obviously, but we should be able to play, hopefully, the Holy Knight, and the Frostbite, and even the Mind Probe as well. So he goes for the Holy Knight, and we'll go for the return. He's going to try and buff up his turtle so that it doesn't die from our Holy Knight. Useful thing for us is that he can't really attack with his Holy Knight, because if we block with the turtle guard and counter, then we can use the lioness afterwards to finish off the Holy Knight. So I'm going to go ahead and try and take down that turtle. So unfortunately, by taking away my last charm die, he's unable to get a Shadow Spirit, which would help him really in this situation. But instead, right now, we're just gonna Frostbite, take out the turtle, and pretty much leave it there. So it's pass and into the round, which obviously went really well for us. Pretty good draw that we got here. Probably going to have a bit too many extra dice though. So we'll try and maybe pressure his dice with our illusion. The frostbite poke is really nice. So it looks like I'm going to go for the lioness next. Looking at it now, I kind of like the idea of playing the mind probe sooner rather than later, just so that I can see whatever he has coming up, and get rid of any illusionary cycles or anything like that. So he's going for the devotion on the Holy Knight, just to protect it from those lioness. Otherwise, that would be the end of the Holy Knight, and grabs turtle. So I'm not really sure if I should use the charm die, like meditate, use it with the lioness to try and take out that Holy Knight, or play the mind probe. You know, the nice thing is that really we have hidden power and bounty, so we can use that charm die multiple times. Right now I'm going to start off with just trying to take out his turtle guard. Yeah, the thing is that if we keep more of our dice back, it leaves our options open, especially if he's going to play his abundance. We might draw into an elephant, and it would definitely be a bit of a shame to draw into an elephant and have the dice for it, but not the battlefield space. He's definitely looking for probably more Shadow Spear pokes. So I'm going to go for the refresh now on the Holy Knight. Okay, I think I'm probably just going to try and trade the Holy Knight for the Holy Knight. Obviously a way better trade for me because this has devotion. Goes for the abundance, and I'm not apparently paying attention. So we don't get a elephant, but the molten gold's interesting. We can get another nature die back with bounty if needed, or magic purity. So now I'm going for the Holy Knight trade. He sort of has to take it. And then I bounty. That charm die back, maybe be able to play the Mind Probe. He's just sort of building up a lot of dice so that he can, guess, maybe try and prep for whatever it is exactly that we're planning. His biggest problem really right now is that he can't do anything with the Holy Knight, otherwise the Lionesses will just destroy it. So I'm sort of free to do whatever else I want. Goes the other abundance. Ironically, we still have enough dice for an elephant. Not sure when the best time to pop the Mind Probe is. I was thinking I would do it now. I still think it would have been better sooner rather than later, just so you know what he ends up drawing. As is, I'll know more in preparation for next round. So we don't really get anything fantastic from it. I would hope to see like Shadow Spirit Book, Hidden Power, Illusionary Cycle. But at the same time, we know that he doesn't have any of those on the top. So get rid of the Meteor. That would kind of cause a bit of problems for our Linus. There, I was just trying to put like the better stuff at the top, like the abundance and stuff at the top. He sort of doesn't make a huge difference because he's drawing from abundance anyway. Probably would have been actually better to put the abundance on the bottom, so he wouldn't be able to draw into it. But there you go. We still don't find any elephant. We just had to quickly step out for a second. But we're back now. Not sure why I'm wondering about that. And it's also obvious because it's the only die on its basic side. But I might be going for another Changing Winds. Trying to remember if I could dispel the devotion on the Holy Knight. So again, I'm just trying to take away sympathy, play Hidden Power, and go back that charm die. So with that, he's got the other Shadow Spirit book. So we're looking at 2 more Shadow Spirits at least. However, with the Charm Power die, we could trade the Lionesses for the Holy Knight. The Niall isn't really super useful to us right now. Though it's actually not bad if he tries to get both of his... Well, the problem is actually we won't have a Charm die. But if he gets both of his Shadow Spirits... We can actually still summon another turtle though. So we can build up a fairly significant wall. So I get the turtle first. Not really sure what the huge rush is for the turtle. It's the thing that I'm really finding. I'm not sure. I do things and I don't understand the order that I do them. It's always good to think about what you want to do and what order you want to do it in. Oh, hold on a second. I already did a side action. I'm not sure if we catch that. I already took his illusion dice away. Yeah, I only have 1 choke in the deck and I didn't have it against Vicky. So... Then he throws a Neo, which is obviously a good play for him. Keeps his Holy Knight alive. Also means that he's going to be able to punch us in the face. Considering that he had discarded 2 earlier, we should have sort of thought about it. Again, that's why you would want to time your actions more carefully. If we had not summoned the Turtle Guard yet, there would have been time for us to get it after the Niall. Now we just take 5 to the face. Yeah, I guess dispelling the... I don't know if there's really any rush to dispel the devotion. Kind of feel like maybe the frostbite damage would be a little better, but... So we Molten Gold finish off the Holy Knight. And 1 from Frostbite. So there's our elephant. Don't have space for it now, though. But assuming we get some Shadow Spirits this round, and most likely we'll be able to... most likely something's dying. Could maybe trade Lionesses. Lioness? Lion-eye? I don't know. 3rd Frostbite is pretty nice. As same with 3rd Magic Purity. So that is 1 big beefy turtle. . So yeah, at this point I'm kind of realizing that the last turtle was possibly a mistake. Really, the only option is to right now sort of work with the frostbite and maybe see what his plan is with something like a Holy Knight and a Lioness. We could definitely destroy that turtle because he's not going to want to take 5 to the or 7, sorry, to the face. He's looking for the abundance. So we get 2 more Moltons. That's good. We definitely want to not med those. Yeah, so Matt pointing out there just how bad his luck was this game. He hasn't drawn a single illusionary cycle. And of course, meditated the one right away at the start of the game. That's really rough for Vicky. So I'm just going to swing everything at Vicky. This is basically an insured 4 damage. Am I going to exhaust them or? Okay, there we go. Which means that with 8, he's basically in the range of our 2 Moltons and Frostbites. So what we really want to be able to do is have something die so we can get a turtle or an elephant and then change more dice into nature dice. Basically just need to see 4 nature dice. I'm starting to get a little low on cards, so I don't really want to meditate from the deck. So I'm debating actually meditating the turtle book because I can trigger purity with the elephant. I'm not sure. The problem is then I have to dedicate all the dice to the elephant, which like I may not want. Basically 6 dice for the Moltons and Frostbite. Well, and then 7 elephant. I'm getting 3 back from purity. Yeah, it'll still work. So yeah, I am gonna in the end med that turtle guard book and then go for the Molten, and we don't need that Niall either, obviously. He was just wondering what exactly I meditated. As obviously you can probably tell from the purge that he's trying to mail me out and then use the classic abundance machine gun. So now I'm gonna start the frostbiting. And he's gonna start the purge. So that's 2 cards. Puts us down to 2, looks like. It's unfortunate. It would have been a good idea to meditate for the choke, probably, just so that I could stop the Vicky. Hindsight, of course, is 2020. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. Really, I think there's only two options. I could either Frostbite or play the Magic Purity. I actually think it's better to play the Magic Purity, because then it's down, and if we want to get the Elephant Rider, we can immediately drop it and get those dice back from Purity. There's not really any rush to Frostbite, though. And there go our last two cards. So now the Abundance Gun is up and running, as is Draw Damage, which we're already going to be taking some of. Now the interesting thing is maybe we actually don't want to play the Magic Purity. Maybe we want to hold on to it so we take less damage from it. Because all that we really need is 2 dice from 2 nature dice for the Molten. Either way, there's also a pretty decent chance that we'll be able to win by swinging next round. Though we can get, well, yeah, it'll be close at least. Yeah, so he's gonna start getting Shadow Spirits now. I mean, honestly, at this point, it's not really a big deal. We're pretty much assured of the game next round. But I guess I just like playing carefully, if somewhat slowly. Quite the roll from Bounty. Main action, I guess I'm gonna play. No, main action, I just pass. I guess my idea is to avoid draw damage from the Purity. Taking some damage this way, either way, though. It looks like he finally drew an illusionary cycle. Kind of crazy to be passing with 7 dice, but that's what happens when you don't have a lot of board clear. Some Bloodshades probably wouldn't have gone amiss in this deck. Here's the other Abundance. It's gonna start hurting a lot. Apparently I'm once again not paying attention, not taking the damage. So I don't know what he has in hand, but I'm guessing what he's trying to figure out, like, he's obviously gonna get another Shadow Spirit. I'm not sure if he knows what exactly, how carefully he saw my deck, because if he did, he probably knows exactly what I have left in hand. So we could try and take dice away. Obviously, if all he needs to do is take a single die away, and then I can't play the elephant, can't get stuff from Magic Purity. Yeah. So we're just talking about round one was pretty bad. And he does know that I have the other Molten in hand, so. There's not really a whole lot he can do to stop it. Especially considering I go first next round. Goes the other Shadow Spirit. Oh, that's a lot of hidden. Looks like he drew all of his mana gaining cards right at the end. Oh, there's the last Shadow Spirit book. Maybe worried about call to action. I'm not running it in this deck though, so. Though of course, as we said before, that's what locks me out of the elephant. Looks like I'm thinking he's probably going to be swinging, so I'm going to try and just protect the turtle guard a little bit. So he just goes all at orc, so. Yeah. So then we have an interesting rules question. I'm wondering if I can counter with the Turdy Guard. If it has the Divine Die on it, stop all the wounds from, or sorry, the damage from the Shadow Spirit, then would I be able to counter and not be double exhausted because it doesn't take damage? And in this case, it doesn't really matter too much. I don't think he's running Vanish. So it's pretty much over. We're just playing it out to the bitter end. But yeah, it's game. Yeah, so that game was a little crazy, but obviously I just sort of got really lucky in the first round. He got really unlucky. Never drew those illusionary cycles. And after that, I was just pretty much done. Kind of a little bit of a snowball game. Yeah, pretty interesting to watch, I think. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you around in another video.